Hello there. The purpose of this video is I'm going to show you how we would set up and solve a subtraction sentence on our whiteboard by drawing a picture, kind of like how we do for our adding sentences. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is take my whiteboard and I'm going to write a subtraction sentence across the top in the same spots we did for our adding sentence. But you'll notice one difference here. So I'm going to write 5 minus 3 equals. Now, when we are subtracting, we need to make sure we're using our minus sign instead of our plus sign to show that we're going to take away. At this point, you know that subtraction means we're taking away. We're not putting together like we did with adding. We're going to start with one group, and we're going to take some away from that group. So if I have this sentence 5 minus 3 equals, what this means is I'm going to start with 5 and then I'm going to take away 3. So when we draw a picture for our subtraction sentences, the only thing we're actually going to draw is a picture for this first number. We're always going to draw the first number. And in this sentence, the first number is 5. So I'm going to draw my 5 circles down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if you're used to adding, you're probably thinking that the next thing you're going to do is draw 3 circles, but that's only for adding. When we are subtracting, the second number is going to be what we're taking away. So we're not drawing circles for our 3. What we're going to do with this 3 is we're going to take 3 circles away from the 5 circles, and I can show that by drawing X's on top of 3 of them. So watch. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to draw an X over 1, 2, 3. So now my board looks like this. It doesn't really matter which 3 you choose, but I chose these 3 at the bottom to take away because minus 3 tells me I'm taking away 3 from the 5 that I started with. Now, to find our answer, which is called the difference, all we have to do is count what we have left over, which means the ones we did not cross out, the ones we still have, which are right here. And to show that, I can even circle them with one big circle and then count what's inside. So I have 1, 2. So that's going to be my answer. That's going to be what's called the difference. And I can write it right next to my equal sign. So now my subtraction sentence says 5 minus 3 equals 2. I started with 5 and I drew 5 circles. My sentence tells me that I'm going to take away 3. So I cross 3 out. To get the answer, I just count what's left over, which was 1, 2. Okay, let's do another one real quick. Okay, this time I'm going to do 7 minus 4 equals. So once again, get used to seeing that minus sign and reading the sentence the right way. This means that we're going to start with 7 and we're taking away 4. Remember, step 1 when you draw your picture is you draw the first number. That's what we're starting with. So since we're starting with 7, I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my 7 circles. You can see that I drew 7 of them. Now my sentence tells me that I'm taking away, and my next number after the minus sign is how many we need to take away. Start with 7, we're taking away 4. I don't need to draw any circles for 4 because we're not adding. I need to cross out 4 from the 7 I started with. So let's do that. So I'm going to take my marker again. I'm going to draw 4 X's. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now remember, what I have left over is going to be my answer called the difference. I started with 7, I crossed out 4. Now I just have to count what I have left over, which is 1, 2, 3. All of the ones without an X on top are going to be counted for what I have left over. So now this says 7 minus 4 equals 3. Okay, so we started with 7. That's our group of 7 right here. We're taking away 4, which means this next number, I have to cross out 4. I count what's left over, and that's my answer. That's my difference. You're going to practice doing this a little bit by yourself today, and I'm really, really excited to see how you do. I think you'll be fine. You just need to start thinking, okay, we're not adding. Instead of putting together, we're starting with one group and taking some of that away, okay, to see what we have left over. I think you'll do a great job. Good luck. Use that whiteboard, draw your pictures, and we'll practice together at school too.